Hey, welcome back. In this video, I want to show you how to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator. This is one of the most common tools, if not the most common tool, in the B2B sales world, in tech sales. And it's easy. It's basically all you require is a LinkedIn.com account. Um, Usually, the company that you're working for, 99% of the time, they're going to pay for this service. So don't worry about it, and don't worry about memorizing anything that I'm going to show you. Again, the whole purpose here is really just to give you some foundational knowledge, enough to make you dangerous. Um, anyway, long story short, the purpose behind LinkedIn Sales Navigator is to find prospects. You're basically using the service to find the proper business executives at the type of companies that you're targeting. It makes it really easy to find people. I love it. It's one of my favorite tools, and it's what's helped me become successful in my day-to-day role as well. So I just want to walk you through it, so that you kind of understand one of the ways that uh, you're going to be able to find leads. And in fact, it's very likely that as you go through the interviewing process for the SDR roles, um, it's very common that tech companies will actually give you some sort of assessment or quote unquote take home test where you have to do some sort of prospecting exercise. And in that prospecting exercise, you're probably going to use something like LinkedIn Sales Navigator to help you out. And so this is going to be a brief video. It's really straightforward. So again, let's assume that our we work for a marketing software company. We offer software that helps e-commerce companies between 1 million to $1 billion. And we are targeting specifically the directors of marketing or the VPs of marketing, and we're going to put them in a cadence. As we mentioned before, we put them in a campaign so that we can then, you know, try to land a meeting and try to generate business. So what's happening here is this is the homepage of LinkedIn Sales Navigator. From here, you essentially just go to the search function and you start to create some filters. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, as you can see, there's nothing right now, but let's go through the exercise. So I personally just care about finding leads that are in the United States, and then the industry. So let's see if we can find e-commerce. We can't, but maybe media and telecommunications is close enough. So boom, as you can see, we're starting to load results. Over 3 million at this point. We want to continue to filter down until we really find the right people. So for me, or for this exercise, we're going to look for directors, boom, and we're going to look for VPs, boom. So you're going to see the search results go lower and lower. That's totally okay. Really, the idea is for us to find the right people who fit the marketing profile that we're looking to target. Function. So we're going to look for folks in marketing. But as you can see, there's a ton of different functions. So, for example, if you were working for a healthcare software company or a legal software company or accounting, an HR, a finance, whatever it is, you're basically going to find whatever function that you need. Um, and same with industry, right? There's so many industries that you can tackle. Really, it's just going to be about figuring out which ones are important to you, so that you can be more effective with your targeting. So at this point, for us, we found directors and VPs based in the United States, focused on media and telecommunication companies, and we filtered it down to marketing folks. So as you can see, we've got 29,000 results, and the VPs of sales and marketing at these media companies are starting to pop up. Boom, 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 right? So what else can we add here? I want company type. Let's see. We want public. We want private. We don't want any educational institutions. We don't want any nonprofits. We don't want anyone that's self-owned. We want public and private companies. And to make things even more interesting, I purely want companies that are 1,000 employees and up. I don't really want to target any small businesses or anything like that. I really want to go for the biggest companies possible. Boom. And so that's really a very, 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 very basic, high level understanding of essentially what you'll be doing day to day. You're going to start to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator or similar service to identify who the right people are at the companies that you're targeting. And then once you have that information, again, you use a tool like ZoomInfo or another software to help extract the contact information, such as their email address and their office lines. And the idea there is that once you have that information, the contact information, then you can throw them into the cadencing software, which is going to automate the calling and the emailing portion on your behalf. And so generally what you do as an SDR is you start to look through these profiles. Let's see. Let's go to the SVP of Qualcomm right here. Let's go to the head of customer retention and growth marketing at AT&T. Let's see what else we can find. Director of marketing at Comcast Business. And we'll click on one more just to drive the point home. Let's click on this Senior Director of Strategic Marketing at Windstream. Boom. And you can't see my screen, but essentially what I'm doing is I am clicking into these different profiles. So let's click on Kevin's, and then let's open that up. It's not opening up here, but let me try to open it up here on this tab. So essentially what you do from there is you just quickly take a look at their profile. What you're going to be doing as a SDR is kind of taking a look at their profile, seeing what they care about, and taking a look at their existing experience. So Kevin McMahon has been at Windstream for the last 9 months. Prior to that, he was director of global marketing at another company for 11 years. And you just basically you're trying to get an understanding of, hey, is this the right person? Is this the person who's responsible for marketing over at XYZ company? If yes, then you found the right person. You throw them into the cadence and you start your messaging campaign. But that's basically it. That's what you're doing. There's so many different filters that you can add. You can even go to different account filters. So let's go to here. And let's say that I don't necessarily need to find a list of prospects, but I do need to find a list of companies to target. It's going to be a very similar process. So in this case, we want companies that make somewhere between 1 million to, let's say, 100 million. We add that filter. And let's also say we want to find companies that, again, are above a certain employee threshold. So in my case, I'm targeting 1,000 employees and up. And so I'm setting those filters. And then headquarter location, try to add that. It's not letting us. Let's see. Boom. Again, United States is, I really want to target American companies in this case, because that's where my company is located. And so those are the type of companies that we service. And then again, similarly, we are targeting tech and information technology companies and media companies. And that's it. Those are some preliminary filters that I've set, but now you can see that I immediately found 230 results. And so what I can do now is I can build this list of companies that I want to target, and then from there find the appropriate marketing directors or marketing VPs so that I can land a meeting with them. And generally, this is what you're going to be doing. This is there's two parts to your role as an SDR. The first portion is finding the proper people, finding the leads, whether that's through inbound methods or outbound methods. And then the second portion is the qualification call. And so yeah, that's really it. I hope this helps and gives you an idea of a little bit about what you're going to be doing day to day. It's not complicated. It's really straightforward once you get the hang of it. It's an easy website to use, and it's very likely that as you break into the tech industry and go through your interviewing process, that the tech companies that you're interviewing with are going to have you do some sort of prospecting exercise. So it's worth getting a little familiarized with this tool.